Hello, troopers, and welcome back to Ask G.A.R. We'll hop right into it today. Got some really good questions. Got some good viewers and good questions last week. Thank you so much for that. And thank you, Josh Mendez, for being the 754th subscriber. We're very close to our first giveaway, which, if you want to know more about that, check out a couple weeks ago's My Clone Army video. There's more information in that if you have not seen that yet. Josh Wild asked, similar to the Clones versus Droids battle pack, which other good guys versus bad guys battle packs should Lego make, in your opinion? The evil Retman commented on his question, and I would 100% agree with him, although because they're actual quote-unquote minifigures, I'd probably have to take the quantity down. He said Return of the Jedi Endor set with a Scout Trooper, 3 Stormtroopers, and 4 Endor Rebels. Just because of them having actual minifigures being less in a set, because Lego doesn't count battle droids in a set, so they'll put more in them, unfortunately. I would probably be more looking at, more realistically, 2 Stormtroopers, a Scout Trooper, and then like 2 regular Endor Rebel Troopers, and then an Endor Rebel Trooper with a flak jacket, or 2 Endor Rebel Troopers, and even a random Ewok wouldn't be terrible either. So I think that would be a pretty sweet lineup, and that was actually what I was thinking, and he had posted that, and I 100% agree. King Simels asks about Bad Batch Season 3. A couple people asked about Bad Batch Season 3, so I'm just going to answer them. And the general thing, do you think they'll make any Bad Batch Season 3 sets? Do you think Lego, he asks. Guys, I really, at this point, because it's over, I honestly give it about a 10% chance. I know we're kind of disappointed because, another person really wants them to do the Juggernaut. I totally agree with. We could still see it. And, we could still see, I think the best chance to still see a Bad Batch set, if we don't see him in the spring or like winter or summer waves next year, I think it'll be a long time, if ever, that we'll get a Bad Batch set. Because the reason I say maybe that far away is because we have gotten the Mandalorian set, Season 3 sets this summer, and I think that was like last spring or something. So that's my last big chance of, I think, maybe next spring or summer, if any time, is when we're going to get a Bad Batch Season 3 set, but I wouldn't really count on it at this point, unfortunately. Asher asks, have you seen the Admiral Thrawn figure leak, and what do you think? I have seen it. I am very impressed. I'm so happy that they got the rank insignia correct. I'm super excited about that. They just kind of borrowed Krennic's last time, and that was incorrect, which was unfortunate. It has been fixed in this Admiral Thrawn, and I am super excited about getting that set for him in particular, or the correct Thrawn, I should say. Captain Juice asks, knowing what you know now, would you do anything or have tips to those starting their Lego Star Wars collections? I don't think I really would do anything different. The only thing I would say, if you are starting your collection now, just to help offset costs, if you're able to, 1, buy on sale. Just try and be patient. Unless you really, really want the set, wait till it goes on sale. Pretty much 80 to 90% of Lego Star Wars sets are going to go on sale sometime before they retire. And if you can have the money, buy 2 of them. Save 1 to sell off later, because usually, especially if it's a highly desirable set, it'll go, if it's sealed in the box, it'll go 100, 200, 300% in value. So you can actually make money off your collection and help fund more sets in the future. You're talking, that's like 5 years down the line, so it is a little bit of an investment, but not near. It's a far quicker return on most, not always every Lego Star Wars set, but most Lego Star Wars sets are actually a faster rate of return than the stock market. Not always. That's not going to be a hard and fast rule. I'm not giving stock advice here or investment advice, but usually many of them go at least 100% in the next 5 years of their original value, 50 to 100%. Stock market, if you have a good stock, you'll be lucky if you get like 10 to 30% in the next 5 years compared to Lego set. 50 is kind of on the low end, unless you're a sequel set, poor sequel sets. But anywho, there's that. Phantom asks about the Bad Batch, and as well as the evil Trim Man, or the evil Retman. So those I did answer a little bit earlier. Brandon asks, what is your favorite June 1st set? At the time of commenting on this, they haven't come out yet, but I'm pretty excited. I am too, and very excited for them. I think my favorite one is actually the Imperial Super Commandos versus Mandalorian Battle Pack. I'm super excited about getting it. I have not yet. I might head over to Walmart and Target this week. I didn't really think about it. It's been a really busy time with my other things with my other job and youth pastoring. So it's been pretty busy. So it hasn't been on the top of my mind. I'm like, oh, those should come out. I really should have tried to get at least one of them and get a review out this week. But unfortunately, that is probably not going to happen. But I might try and slip in there sometime after work and see if they got any of them and pick up one or two of them. I am definitely going to be getting the battle pack, and at some point the bunker battle, at least those two. I can't remember the other, and Rex at some point as well. But the battle pack is definitely the one I am most excited about. Yoda the Giant asked, if you were to build an Imperial Rebel wave of sets, what would you pick? For the Rebel Alliance right now, I would definitely do an Episode 6 theme. I would do a B-Wing Starfighter, a Rebels Endor battle pack, or something to do with Endor, with Rebel Endor troopers, because it's been a long time since we have gotten them in a set. For a larger, if I had to do a capital ship, I would try and do the home one. I'd like to have a Playscale home one. I know I don't know if it would sell super well, but I would try and do that as a Playscale set, or at least, if not, a midi scale Mon Calamari cruiser. I would do that for the Rebel side. And then the Imperials, I know we just got one. I'd probably go back and I'd actually do a Battle of Endor full set with like a little bunker build again. If not, if I could get away with it, doing a Master Builders series, but do a bunker again, try and see if we get a smaller sized ATST. That's actually my favorite ATST from that set from like 2000, I think it was, 2009? I can't remember now. I think it was 2009 because I think it was 10-year anniversary of LEGO Star Wars. So that's actually my favorite ATST design, but that's beside the point. Getting that in there, getting a good amount of Stormtroopers, Scout Troopers, one or two Rebel Endor Troopers, some Ewoks. That would pretty much do it for me, I think. Again, some of the Imperial Starfighters have been done pretty recently. If it ends up being a little bit longer, like we do like 45th anniversary or something of Return of the Jedi, or 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, which actually that was like last year, I think, actually. Yeah, it was. So like 45th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, maybe I might throw in a TIE Interceptor as well, or something along those lines. Boyle asked, do you think LEGO should keep focusing on prequel sets or add a few more original trilogy sets? I honestly, I think they're pretty balanced in the original trilogy. I think visiting some old shows again and adding in a few more sets, like going back to Ahsoka, see if there's anything, but more so maybe getting a couple of things from Mandalorian that haven't been thought about, going back to the Clone Wars, going back to Rebels, going to Bad Batch Season 3. I think that's where they need to put a little bit more emphasis of throwing a few more sets in again. Not necessarily just the prequel movies, but the prequel era, and then also the prequel era technically before, still going up to Revenge of the Sith, up to the New Hope. I think those could really use more sets. Going back to Rogue One, I think that should be a good time. That hasn't been doing that they should do, instead of maybe instead of original trilogy sets, but even then we could still, like, again, B-Wing. We are way overdue for a B-Wing. I will be preaching that until I see one. Star Wars fan asks, should they make a new play-scale set of Chancellor Palpatine's Arrest with all new Jedi and a new Palpatine figure? I don't think they should do that. In my opinion, what really needs to happen next year, I think I talked about this in last Ask G.A.R, but maybe not. They need to do actually I didn't, but this would be at least another one, or the one that they should do, is they really should do a adult collector's diorama set of Palpatine's Arrest. Instead of getting a play set, they should do a diorama set with Palpatine, with Mace, Anakin, Kit Fisto, Aegon Kolar, and Saisi-10. That's where I think it would really shine. A really nice display set with the black line around it. Just maybe instead of like not having the landing pad, just having like the doorway, or even just his throne room, or his chair. I guess it's not really his throne, but his chair, the glass behind it, maybe being able to somehow knock out the glass or something. That's where I really think needs to happen, is a diorama set of Palpatine's Arrest. So I think that is going to do it for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for your questions. Please comment yours down below if you have any really good ones this week. I really do hope we might get some Bad Batch Season 3 sets the way you guys are talking about, and a little bit more diversity of sets for even the original trilogy, or just other content that seems to be lacking lately from sets being made. So thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.